I just saw this clip. How does this?
Do that to me, you're not doing it to a guest. You stare at another guest again, and I'm going to personally remove you. I'm not taking the mic. I'm not taking the mic. You glared at her in a threatening fashion. You do that, I'll drag you out by the hair, and you can be as hard as you pretend you are. You can be as hard as you pretend you are. You apologise to her right now, or you're leaving.
You know I respect you, but I'm done here.
Good riddance to bad rubbish. Threatening guests does not happen on my show. Under circumstances. Reem, I'm very sorry, but the way he glared at you is not acceptable.
The way he glared at her? Hey, can someone find me the glare in question? Nah, this glare had to have been demonic. It had to have been with a ski mask. Keep watching. Okay, are they gonna play it?
We never should have had him on the show. I didn't even want him here. I think the guy's a complete and total fool. And the fact that I attempted to have a sensible interview with an idiot like that is absolutely disgusting.
Get him out of here.
Security, get the security from downstairs and get rid of him. Get rid of him, for Christ's sake.
Do you know what?
Oh my God.
Bro.
He's angry.
What the fuck? Ain't no way, bro. This shit is racist as fuck. Do y'all see this shit?
You can do that.
I gotta see the clip. I gotta see it. This is important to me now. This is important to me. So if y'all don't know, that's that nigga that was in the UK. That's the nigga that walked in people's homes and shit like that. Well, he walked in one person's home and that was open. The door was open. He just walked in. It was that guy. And recently, I think he also like hopped in the cockpit of a train and pretended to like take it over, even though he obviously doesn't know how to fucking operate a train. What did he do? You know what the funny part is? This nigga's so lame. Like, you lame. You brought this nigga on the show for views and attention because nobody watched your bum ass show. And then you're gonna shit on him and pretend like you didn't want him on the show. Yeah, okay. Let's pretend like you don't have editorial rights over your own show for a second. You brought this nigga on for ratings and then you shit on him, you dunked on him, which is valid. You can bring a nigga on and dunk on him all you want, but don't sit there and pretend like you had nothing to do with it. That's lame as fuck to me. It's probably not as lame as the corny shit the other nigga was doing, but let's not pretend like, come on, bro, this is like I gotta see what justifies the rage.
As a complete and total fool. And the fact that
What did you think he was gonna do? This nigga's been nothing but disrespectful on his social media platforms. You thought he was gonna come on here and have a civil convo with you? Like, of course he was gonna do something that irked you, nigga. He irked the world, nigga. That's why you brought him on the show. You didn't bring him on for philosophical debate about the purpose of life. I hate shit like this. Like, if you're gonna bring a nigga on and dunk on him, just keep it a buck. Like, Piers kept it a buck. Like, Piers went on there and they went back and forth. They argued. That's what it was. Whether or not you agree or disagree is up to you. But Piers didn't pretend like he didn't want him on the show. And Piers got sick of him. The convo was going nowhere. He packed him up. The day
My nigga Agent 00 just dunked on him.
Piers did something right and you fucked up is like.
Hello, welcome back to Talk Radio, Talk TV. I'm Danielle Nichols. This is Andre Walker, and we have a very special guest in the studio.
So, wait, now look how happy he is, knowing that this is gonna be his biggest show of the year. Yo, these niggas frauds, bro. Yo. Yeah, okay, buddy. Yeah, you like the views, okay? You didn't like what came with it. You got it, champ.
Yes, that's right. It's fair to say the man that offended Piers Morgan more than anybody else I can think of is in the studio with us. He's one of the biggest TikTok stars. He's controversial. He's been in court a couple of times recently for some of the pranks he's been up to. But it's Mizzy. Mizzy, welcome.
Hello, world.
How are you?
I'm good.
He's moody.
He's a bit moody.
Why are you upset?
Because I have a message
What's
to
your
the whole
message?
world. So you see you guys right now, you're using a script in it. You're basically working a job at the end of the day. No script.
No, it's not a script.
No,
Well,
we don't use scripts. Look,
I have a script here.
Oh,
Yeah.
he does have a script.
I'm a man with a script. I'm an actor at the end of the day.
So,
I'm an
Right,
actor with a
Chris.
script.
Okay.
And I have something I want to say.
It's been like 18 years since I've seen someone pull a piece of paper out their pocket. All my life, I thought he was gonna pull out the Notes app. This is unprecedented.
Go for it.
This is a message to
This nigga too smart, bro. This nigga talking about unprecedented.
everyone. And to get where I am right now to spread this message, I needed to do things in a different way. In a way a lot of people wouldn't agree on. I have remorse, and I know when to take accountability for my actions in my personal life, when I'm Bakari, not when I'm showing you Mizzy on the internet. I don't condone what I do, nor do I tell anyone to repeat any of my actions. People need to understand and learn to detach social media from real life, as social media is just one big game. And Mizzy, this online persona I created, is literally social proof that society is weak and that the public is manipulated by media and swayed away from the truth so easily. Attention is seen as the purest form of generosity, and Mizzy is exactly what is wrong with this new online modern day society.
Chat GPT script is crazy. Hold on, nigga spitting though. No, he's not waffling. This nigga spitting right now. He's right. Attention is currency in 2023. He is right. And this nigga did hack the system by doing a whole bunch of dumb shit. And we all did give him attention, nigga. I mean, these guys are geeked to have him on the show. Why is that?
You're all capitalizing on Mizzy right now. This interview literally has Mizzy on the headlines, bro. And you're making money over my appeal to the public, whether it's good or bad. Think about it. The only reason I've been making news and headlines for so long is because I'm young, black, and doing something different. And the mainstream media think they can use me as an example, put me on TV so I can make a fool out of myself and appeal to the stereotype. It's a simple distraction technique used by the mainstream media to divert attention
fading
from the real problems in this country. If I wasn't the TikTok terror or done what I needed to do, would I be on this show right now or even on Piers Morgan? It's all propaganda at the end of the day. All these online personalities have had their own fair share of controversies, worse than mine even, and still have a platform. And that's because we give it to them with any type of attention. I'm just a teen from these rough areas. As journalists, it's your job to be highlighting the misery of people in this country and figuring out what the causes are instead of bringing some TikToker that makes...
This nigga's... Is that on the script? What the fuck is this nigga talking about? Hey, what's going on right now?
Silly pranks onto your show for views and ratings. It's all about painting a picture in your mind. Mainstream media have been doing it for years, and they get their paycheck by writing numerous articles, posting controversial videos, and twisting stories to change the audience's narrative. The movement is real.
Okay, Mizzy, there's...
And, well, hold on, bro. And Mizzy, you forgot, the news literally monetizes crime. It's one of the only places on earth where you can report on crime. And the more you talk about crime, the more you make people feel scared, the more money you make. It's the only... If I sat on my Twitch stream and talked about bombings and murder, I would get no ads. If I did it on YouTube, I'm getting no ads. But on the news, for some reason, the more you talk... I think John Oliver did a segment on it. One of his episodes was on how they're incentivized to talk more about crime because it's what does the best. So I'm just saying, like, we didn't even talk about that. But it's really the only place on earth where you can make more money by making, like, it's just crime. What happened today? Well, a young man was shot outside the 24th and Eglinton building here. Here's the landlord. Landlord, what's your thoughts? Well, I'm in fear of my life, and this is the third crime this year, and it's like, this shit is corny to me, bro. Like, obviously, journalism deserves a place, but we know most of the time they're doing it for profit. Those platforms don't be giving a fuck about journalism.
Loads of stuff that's to unpick in that. And the first question I would ask you is, do you feel that the reason you've done all this is because you've been stereotyped based on your working class background, based on coming from Hackney, and based on being a young black man in London?
You can say that, yes, because there's been many other pranksters that do worse things than me. There's guys that are doing, like, I don't even know what I can say on here, but there's guys that are doing rape pranks out here, and they still have a platform to share their message. And I don't understand that, because I have an actual message that I'm willing to share.
Because
I have seen some bad pranks.
I watched one thing. I watched one thing that you did, which genuinely did get me thinking. Because I think you're a clever guy, and I think actually there is a message behind it. I genuinely believe that. You know, when you walked into that very wealthy person's house, you could apologise all day, but part of the shock of it was a young black man walking into a wealthy person's house. That's what I took from it, and I thought that potentially you were...
What, nigga? What the fuck is you
attempting to highlight racism by that prank?
You think he walked in a person's house to highlight racism? I don't give a fuck what race you are, nigga. You are in my house. I did not want... Nigga, you are a threat. Why are you here unauthorized? That's... I don't know if he's trying to extend an olive branch or what this is. I'm here to tell you, man, the black delegation doesn't believe he did it for any sort of. There was no. The black delegation unanimously believes he was doing it for attention. It had nothing to do with his blackness. Please keep this out the conversation, for the love of God, man.
Literally, essentially, in a nutshell, that's what it is. Because that's why I was trying to
What the fuck was that? Y'all hear that sound?
mention on Piers Morgan. That's why I mentioned the black card, race card, whatever you might want to say. I was trying to say that if a white person done that and called it a prank, made it a trend and whatever, it wouldn't have gone this far. It wouldn't have been on Piers Morgan. It wouldn't have been news headlines. The press wouldn't be outside my house. All of that stuff.
Okay, well, should we have a look at the
hang on a second. Before we do that, if you and me had walked into somebody's house and gone, we think that, is this the place where the study group is? They wouldn't have been as shocked, would they? I genuinely believe that. But anyway, it did solicit a response from Piers Morgan, who, it's fair to say, Mizzy, didn't like it quite as much as I did. Here's what's happened on the Piers Morgan show.
Tell me about your life. What justifies this?
What do you
What's
mean, tell me
happened
about
to
my
you that makes you think you're justified in doing this?
What do you mean, tell me about my life?
Well, you said you
trying to
know
get
nothing
onto me
about
because
your
I'm
life.
black?
Tell me about your
Is it
life.
because you're trying to get onto me because I'm black? Because I guarantee if
Because
there was
you're
a white
black?
person, yeah, I guarantee if
I
there was
don't
a
give
white
a
person,
damn about your skin.
Bro, you niggas is trying to make it about race, bro. Stop. Stop. This was a 20-minute interview where he mentioned race once. There's no way of all the things he said, that was the one y'all grabbed. We watched it. We reacted to this interview on playback. That's nuts, bro.
Colour?
Really?
No.
Piers.
Why would I care what colour your skin is? I just think you're an idiot.
Oh, thank you. I think you're an idiot too.
That's fine. You're perfectly entitled to.
It's very interesting that you say that, though, because I think if a young lad walked into my house as confidently and as brazenly as you did, without like asking the lady in the front garden, is this where the study group is or whatever, I would be nervous still. Because I would assume that someone coming into my house where my kids were, my assumption would be that you wanted to take something from me, like my car keys or anything like that. That's what I would be nervous about.
But isn't that also a commentary on the fact that young people have a bad reputation? So it's not just the
That's
colour.
what Mizzy is trying to represent. Like, there's been many other Mizzys before. Mizzy's an online social media persona, like I'm trying to portray.
What?
But do you think it's okay to frighten people in the way that you frighten people? Because what I will say is this: you're not picking on, like when you nicked the dog, you didn't pick on a big strapping bloke, did you, Mizzy? You picked on an old lady.
Even that situation got out of perspective. In real life, I was gonna take the dog anyway and give it back regardless, because the dog took our chips. We're sitting in the middle of the park, me and my friends, and
Yeah,
she was like to us,
Okay, well,
give us a second. Why
that's
don't we play the
interesting you
dog?
say that, though, because I wanted to chat to you about that. Let's have a look at the dog clip.
hello.
Hi.
You got a nice dog?
Sorry?
You got a nice dog?
She's lovely, she's
Gang, whole lot of gang.
Bro, why are you blurring him running with a dog all of a sudden?
Anyone that I know around where we live, if you've got a nice dog, everyone's really nervous about this because dogs are.
Yo, pet people, I didn't know this was a thing. If your pet is like expensive, I'm like, if your pet can be sold for a lot, I didn't know like people steal pets. I didn't know that was a thing. That's crazy to me. So like if you have a dog or like an exotic whatever, like you have to be concerned about people stealing your pet. They never even crossed my mind as like a fear that you could have while you're just going about your life. That sucks. Like that's so sad. I guess the same thing is with people too. Like people get like kidnapped and fucking trafficked all the time, unfortunately. But I don't know why that like for pets, I just thought like, who steals pets? Like who, pet thieves?
Getting nicked. That does happen because they're worth so much money that people's dogs are being stolen.
Rage dogs? How much do rage dogs go for on average?
And you have that emotional attachment
You
to a lot
do
of
because
your
it's your
dogs
dog
as
and
well.
people, you know, they're part of people's family.
20 bags?
So what? It's interesting you say you were with
15.
your mates. Because is it fair
10,
to
I'm
say
getting too many different
that
answers,
when
bro.
you're a young lad and do you think
That's
you're being
insane.
goaded on by your mates to do
Yeah,
things
like
that you
I
maybe
fully
wouldn't
know
do?
that I'm my own person in it, and I would do what I want to do. So if I didn't want to do it, I wouldn't have done it. But when you're with your friends and you're young and you're just hyped up and you're living in the moment, you get like sometimes you get a hold of yourself.
Okay, let me see the clip that made him want to fucking walk out.
About you. You're clearly a nice bloke, right? But the reality don't mean that you've done something really bad.
Whoa.
If
Okay,
you do
wait.
all that, you will make it to the top. You've proved that successfully. But doesn't it also mean that you've done something really bad that's going to encourage other young people to follow your lead? I tell you what annoys me about you. You're clearly a nice bloke, right? But the reality is that what you are doing here, there's going to be 1,000 young people who go out shoving people into the street, walking into people's houses, stealing people's dogs, because they don't have the intelligence.
But
and they
this
don't
has
have the
been done
ability.
before. This has been done before. I am the first person that has done this. It's just a formula.
Let me finish. This ain't the BBC, baby. Right. There's other people who are going to go out and follow your lead. And the reality is, I say to you, you seem like a nice bloke. I'll even buy you a pint after this. But shame on you for encouraging people of lower intelligence than you to behave in this fashion. It's not a movement. It's a grotesque lump.
What the fuck? Anyways, man, I don't know how to explain this whole situation. Like, what the fuck? I feel like they being racist, man, and the dude that got banned, y'all should get off his line, man. We trying to go viral, and I don't want to take nothing to the extreme right now, cause nigga trying to stay out of trouble. So that's why, y'all need to just hop on here and do some reaction videos. Just keep everything calm, and if they come after you, they're gonna come after you, man. But don't let them just easily be able to get after you. You feel what I'm saying, man? You feel me? Don't get caught in